What is up, everybody? We are Florida with 5, and thank you for joining our video. We got a fun one planned tonight, don't we, Lindsay?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna talk to you about 17 weird or funny things that you probably haven't heard about Florida. But you know what? I might have peeked a little bit, just a little bit. And some of them I've heard before, and some of them are pretty good, and some of them are...
Wah-wah.
Yeah, some of them are wah-wah.
We make all sorts of videos about moving to Florida and all the fun things you can do once you get here.
So if you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe down below, hit that bell so you don't miss any of our uploads or when we go live to answer your questions. Well, Linz, you excited to learn all the weird things about Florida?
I sure am.
All right, let's get right into it. So once again, I'm not taking credit for this video. I mean, we're making the video, but we took the list off a website online. The list actually came from a site called thedailymeal.com, and the article is 17 weird things you never knew about Florida.
So this first one, I quite frankly don't know how it made the list. I don't think it's... Yes, both things are in Florida, but I didn't think it was like specific to just Florida. But pythons sometimes eat whole alligators.
Come on, where'd you find this list?
I didn't find it, you found it.
Now, I actually read a little bit further into the article, and believe it or not, this is true. Although pythons get to what, 20 feet long? And the alligators they're talking about eating, little ones.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a little bit bigger. But it did say online that sometimes when it eats an alligator, it's too big, its stomach actually bursts open. A little tidbit for you. Number 2 of weird or interesting facts you might not have known about Florida is that you're never more than 60 miles from the ocean.
Interesting.
Take that in a little bit. That is some good news. It doesn't matter where you are in Florida or what direction you need to go, you're always within about an hour to an hour and a half from a beach.
So number 3 is pretty cool. Florida is hiding buried treasure.
And they really are too. In 2015, one diver actually found $4.5 million worth of gold coins off the shore in Florida.
Wow.
There's a reason that it's called the Treasure Coast. Now, the Treasure Coast is a stretch of shoreline on the east coast of Florida, and it's actually estimated that there's trillions more worth of gold still out there to be found. Next on the list is that Florida actually houses the world's smallest post office. Look at this thing, Lindsay. What does it look like?
An outhouse?
It looks like an outhouse, maybe a dog house, right?
Yeah.
A shed, small shed. The post office is located in Ocho-P, Florida. Don't ask me where that is, but it says it's actually manned by a postmaster.
That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
So ladies, this next one,
Talking to you.
this could be a good one. So the Fountain of Youth may be in Florida.
Wait, it's actually real?
I don't know. They say that it could be here.
Now, as you may know from some of our previous videos, St. Augustine is actually the United States' oldest city, and that's where this Fountain of Youth is said to perhaps be found. There was a Spanish explorer named Ponce de Leon who actually set out trying to find the Fountain of Youth. There are rumors that he actually found it in Florida, but no one's giving up its whereabouts. Now, this one, Lindsay, I've actually heard of. Why don't you tell our viewers what it is?
So this next one, apparently the Everglades has a version of Bigfoot.
And it's called the Skunk Ape. You've probably heard of that.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, it looks like Bigfoot, and if you pay attention to Gatorland online, the Skunk Ape is actually making everybody practice social distancing at Gatorland.
Oh, that's what it is?
That's what that is.
Oh, clever.
Although I don't think that's the Skunk Ape we're talking about here. Here's one that I didn't know, and that's that the Jacksonville Jaguars football stadium actually has its own marina.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's rumored that the stadium actually has its own marina for one reason. And that's because the owner has a yacht that he likes to park nearby. Must be nice.
Must be nice. So this next one, I'm not surprised at all.
Me neither.
Florida has more golf courses than any other state.
What?
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 I know, crazy, right?
Man, that's mind blown. You know, with all these old retired people here, Who would think that they're golfing every day?
Who would think?
Just kidding. We love you
Oh
guys.
my god.
Is that a whoa? Freaking hummingbird.
Oh my gosh.
Florida actually has over 1,300 golf courses. That's insane.
That's a lot.
We got one right behind us. This one's kind of funny actually, and I think it's awesome that it's true. Floridians actually throw tons of fish into Alabama every year. Dead fish. The reason for this is because it's a festival held every year at the Floribama Beach Bar. They take dead mullet, and it's just a festival, pretty much a reason to drink. And they just throw dead fish into Alabama.
But I feel like that can't be good. Oh, why would you want dead
It's called the
fish?
Mullet Toss, just so you know. Check it out.
Whoa! I'm done. Guys, this next one, I don't know.
What, you wouldn't try it?
I don't know. Maybe if they were babies. But apparently you can cuddle with endangered cats at a bed and breakfast.
And this bed and breakfast isn't owned by you, Carol Baskin.
Carol Baskin killed her husband, whacked him. Can't convince me that it didn't happen. Fed them to tigers, they snacking. What's happening? Carol Baskin.
So this is actually a big cat rescue in Tampa. Go figure, right?
Oh.
Who would have thunk it? And it's named Wildlife on Easy Street. And get this, Lindsay.
What?
For $100, you can cuddle with a baby big cat of your choice.
Okay, maybe I would do that.
Where do I sign? Next in the list is a title Florida has that I could have swore belonged to some town in Wisconsin. And that's that Key West has more bars per capita than any other city in the country. Drink it up, Florida.
Did you guys know that crocodiles and alligators don't exist in harmony anywhere else on Earth but here in Florida?
I actually did know that.
I didn't.
And there's probably some zoo. Oh, what the hell was that? Beetle in the shirt. That's what happens when you film outside in Florida, folks. We're getting infested by bugs out here. Southern Everglades. Crocodiles and alligators both exist there. Only place in the world. Next on the list is that the Spanish names that many things are named after here in Florida are actually kind of odd. Now, the word Florida itself comes from the Spanish word florido, which actually means full of flowers, which makes sense because Florida is very tropical, right?
I never knew that. The more you know.
Now, what we mean by the names are a little odd is that there's places like Boca Raton, which pretty much translates into mouth of the rat.
Yeah, but that sounds so pretty. Boca Raton.
Yeah, but mouth of the rat, not so pretty.
No.
And why was it named that, right?
This intrigued me, so I decided to do a little bit of research. The first part of the name, boca or mouth, refers to the inlet leading to the ocean. The second part, raton or rats, is because when the area was named, it was full of thieves, which they called rats. It is said that if you were traveling the inlet, you were heading directly into a rat's den of thieves.
And another city that we've visited very frequently, Punta Gorda. You know what that translates to?
Probably something very odd.
It actually translates to Fat Point.
I think I was thinking.
That makes kind of sense, though. You know, a point, peninsula. Florida is a big fat point. Why don't we just call Florida Punta Gorda?
So this next one doesn't really surprise me, just like the golf courses, but over 18% of Florida's area is water.
And that's not counting the beaches and everything. That's all the inland lakes. Now, Florida actually only trails 2 other states, and that's Alaska and Michigan, for the most area that is water. So Florida is 18% water. If you look at the United States as a whole, it's only 7% water. So Florida, much more lakes than the average bear.
Hey Eric,
Hey, what's up?
did you know that the refrigerator was invented here?
I actually did, yes.
Oh, I didn't.
No, neither did I.
Oh.
But it only makes sense, along probably with the air conditioner, I would assume, right? Now this one's pretty cool, especially if you're into museums and culture and everything like that. Florida actually is home to the only museum in the United States that's dedicated to Japan and Japanese culture.
That is really cool. Just another reason why we love Florida. It is so diverse and you can learn about almost any culture here.
The museum's actually located in Delray Beach, and it's called Morikami Museum. I probably murdered that.
You totally murdered that.
If you're in the Delray Beach area, give it a look.
Here comes another fun fact, guys. Florida is home to the world's only underwater lavatory.
So the laboratory is actually located about 4.5 miles off the coast of Key Largo, and it's at a depth of over 60 feet.
Wow.
Something that's really cool about this is the laboratory is actually owned by Florida International University. So it's a bunch of students and scientists and everything down there conducting experiments, learning about sea life. So if you're looking to go to school for marine biology or something cool like that, check out Florida International University. You could work in an underwater lab.
Guys, I don't know about you, but I love Florida even more now.
Me too. And I hope you guys learned something from this video, because I know I did, and I actually learned some pretty interesting things that I had no clue about prior to doing this video.
Obviously, this is a little bit of a different research than I'm sure a lot of you guys are doing right now as you're getting ready for your move down here, but I think it's so important to know all aspects of where you're going.
Right. Who would have thought? If you were in a Japanese culture, you would have never known that there was a Japanese museum here in Florida.
And I really love that we're home to the only underwater laboratory. That is pretty cool.
That is awesome. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.